We're going to use Leia. She's going to aim, and she's going to fire at Vader, and Chewie's going to use his ability from the card to also fire at the same time.
Greetings, and welcome to another Halfling 13 Star Wars Legion Battle Report. Today we're excited to welcome Andy back to the channel. He returns to the battlefield with a freshly revised Rebel force, squaring off against my Imperial army, the same one that struggled against the Republic in our last engagement. I'm continuing my personal challenge of mastering the Empire, a faction currently viewed as one of the weaker options in the meta. This match was recorded immediately following the last battle, so yes, you'll notice those same speeder bike errors popping up again. As always, if you catch any rules mistakes or missed mechanics, please drop a comment below. We appreciate the help, and it benefits everyone learning the game. Commanding the Rebel forces is Leia Organa, joined by Jyn Erso and Chewbacca. The Corps includes 2 Rebel veteran squads, each with a Mark II medium blaster trooper. Blending into the crowds, 2 sleeper cell units wait in ambush. They're backed by 2 fast-moving Tauntaun rider units and a 1.4 FD laser cannon for heavy support. The Rebels have 12 activations and 997 points. The Empire is led by Darth Vader himself. The force includes 2 squads of stormtroopers, 2 squads of snowtroopers, 2 squads of scout troopers, and a full platoon of snowtroopers. A stormtrooper riot squad with KX series security droids leads the assault, and 3 teams of 74Z speeder bikes offer speed and flanking power. The Empire has 12 activations and 1,000 points. Our skirmish takes place on the streets of a war-torn town. Fires still burn and debris litters the area from the previous engagement. For terrain, gray objects, hills, and buildings count as heavy cover, while trees, crates, and vegetation provide light cover. All of the 3D models used in this battle are either from Thingiverse or sourced from various creators. Full links are in the video description. Some of our custom terrain and accessories are also available in our Etsy shop if you'd like to support the channel directly. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to help us grow the community. Let us know in the comments what you liked, what you'd change, or what faction you're rooting for. We post new battles as often as we can, typically on Fridays. Thanks again for joining us, and may the Force be with you.
Orders on Leia, Chewie, and Jyn.
And mine, of course, went to Vader. I drew a scout to start off with. They're going to scout onto the board. Then they're going to take a double move up to the edge of the wall over here, where they shall take cover and hope to not be shot.
Activate these troopers by throwing that across the board. They're going to make a single move, and then they're going to fire on those guys right there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5?
Yeah.
Okay, and they're all hits.
Yep.
So 1 is canceled for low profile automatically because I have cover. The other 4, I roll heavy cover save. And I block 2 more.
Okay.
And then I roll 2 regular saves. And I surge, but I don't think scouts succeed with that. Not sure. Scouts. Surge to defend, so I block 1 more, so I lose 1 guy.
Nope. And suppression.
Yes. I drew a support, which is going to be my first speeder bike unit. They're going to compulse onto the board here. They're going to take an aim and fire at those rebel troopers, rebel veterans, and then using hidden fade, get a free move to go up to here. Terrible roll. I got 1 crit. I'm going to re-roll. Oh, I got a surge, and the surge is a hit also. So I got 2 hits so far. I'll re-roll these 2 with the aim. And re-roll this one for 2 more hits. So you got 3, total 4 you're rolling against.
Okay.
You don't have cover, but you do have dodge.
I got low profile.
That won't help you
No.
because you don't have cover.
I don't have cover, so it doesn't.
Right. Do you want to use your dodge?
I will use my dodge.
Then do you get it back because of nimble?
And I do.
Okay. So you keep the dodge and then you roll for
Nope,
3.
they're the only ones that don't have nimble. Everyone else has nimble.
Okay.
So I lose the dodge.
Your dodge is gone. That's fine.
Okay.
And then you roll 3.
And I surge. So come on. All right. So I
They've 1, lost 2.
lost 2. And I lose the dodge.
And your suppression.
And suppression, and I lost 2. We're going to activate this guy, and he's going to do a double move. To there,
Take the high ground.
which makes me within the
Yep.
half the net.
Okay. I drew a core, so I'm going to deploy some snowtroopers here. We're then going to Imperial March to get to here. And then they're going to fire at the blaster cannon. I got 1 hit.
Alrighty. And I'll
So
use...
you can roll
Yep.
cover regardless,
Oh, yeah, and then
and
use the
then
dodge
if necessary dodge.
not. Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
So you
I'll
burn a
use the
dodge. And you're nimble, right?
He is not.
Okay,
So my
so you
turns
get
out my
the-
2
Only your
core are not.
Okay.
nimble. So I lost 1.
Okay, that's fine.
Alrighty.
And you take a point of suppression.
Gonna activate the sleeper cell. They've got Scout 2. And then they will make a double move to here. And they receive a dodge for their non-combat skill.
Okay, I drew another core. I'm going to deploy another snowtrooper unit over here, who's then going to Imperial March up to here. And then take a shot with the unit and steady at the machine gun at the top of the hill, or top of the building. Which I get 1 crit and 1 hit.
Alrighty.
Okay, so you have heavy cover versus 1.
No, it's nope, nothing else fancy.
So heavy cover for 1.
No. So 1. Oh,
Only
this is the roll
only the hit
first
counts, yeah. Okay,
Okay.
so that didn't, and then you make a defense save
against the 2.
versus 2.
Yeah, save 1.
Okay, so you take 1 and point of suppression.
Oh, I had a dodge. It wouldn't have mattered because it was a crit, right?
No, you could have dodged 1, so re-roll the save for the 1.
Okay.
Okay, you still take it.
Okay. And it burns the dodge.
Yeah, burns the dodge because you canceled the other one.
Okay. Alrighty, my Tauntauns are going to come in, and they are going to do a double move up to the speed bikes, and they are going to ram them to pieces.
Okay.
And 2 hits.
Okay, plus 2 ram,
Oh, and they go to whatever I want.
whatever you want.
Yeah, so 2
Doesn't,
crits.
doesn't matter whether crits or hits though.
Right.
So 4 is what I'm saving for.
Yep.
I get no cover. I have 4 saves with Surge, which will block 2. So I
Okay.
take 2 points. Okay, I drew a core, so I'm going to deploy a unit of stormtroopers here, who will then take a second move to move up in front of the snowtroopers.
All right, we're going to activate the Mark II. We're going to try to roll a suppression, which we do.
Okay.
They're going to aim and fire at the snowtroopers in front.
The stormtroopers or the snowtroopers?
The stormtrooper, the front
Stormtroopers, okay.
stormtroopers, right?
Yep.
Okay. So 3 hits,
Okay.
and we'll re-roll that one for a miss,
Okay. So 3.
and then 1 for heavy cover, right? Oh, you rolled.
I rolled 3 for heavy cover, blocking none, and then I roll my armor save, blocking 2.
Okay.
So I take suppression and 1.
and critical to
Doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything here.
Unless you roll the surge.
Unless I got the surge. Yep, because there's as many surges as I've got the number next to critical.
Yep. Okay, I drew special forces. My unit of scouts are going to scout onto the board. Then they're going to take a single move over to here. And then they're going to take a dodge.
Gonna activate the Tauntauns. They're gonna do their first move to wherever they can fit in there.
That's fine.
And their second move to hit the storm.
Hit the speeder bikes.
Speeder bikes, and they can get that turn.
Okay.
Two dodges. All right, 3. And then 2 more crits for Ram.
So 5. So 5 defense. Come on. I saved 2, so I lose a model.
Does that put you down on one of them then?
The other one's down 2 points.
Okay.
But I lost a full model.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I drew a core. I'm going to deploy the riot squad. They're going to deploy here. And then using Imperial March, they're going to move up here using their natural ability to charge and engage the Tauntauns. I score 5.
5. All right.
You got 2 dodges if you want.
I will use 2 of the dodges.
Okay, so you got 3.
3. And they surge. Doesn't matter.
3 wounds.
That's 1.
1 Tauntaun?
I believe so.
What do they
Nope,
have 4?
they got 4.
I thought you had 4.
Hooray! Tauntauns are hurt, which is a good thing. Alright, we're going to activate these guys. They are going to turn. And they are going to fire at this group right here.
Scouts.
Yep.
Okay.
Come on. And so 5.
Okay. So I cancel 1 for
Heavy
low
cover.
profile. And that leaves me, these are all hits?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have, let's say surge to crit for some chance.
It is surge to hit.
Okay. Did you cancel 1 hit or 2?
There was I canceled 1.
Okay.
The other one was
a miss.
Yep.
Okay. So you canceled 1 for low profile.
Yep.
I have heavy cover. Blocks nothing. And then I have scout defense, which blocks 3. And let me double check to make sure I don't cheat. That scouts block on surge.
That's the scout's defense. This is the surge one.
Yeah, that's their defense. They do defend on surges. So I block 3 of them and lose 1 scout. And your core. So next unit of stormtroopers is going to deploy here. And then move up to here.
Gonna activate these guys. They are going to move. They're gonna fire on that same scout squad.
Okay.
All right, and they surge to hit. So 1, 3, 4, and then this is a critical because it's a surge. That was the critical, right?
Because you have crit 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's valid. Okay. So first I have low profile gets rid of 1.
Okay.
Heavy cover gets rid of another 1.
Okay.
I dodged the last one because I have a dodge to remember this time. So I only roll 1. Which I pass.
Woohoo! We did a thing.
You did. Okay, I have a core. I'm going to go with the snowtroopers who are going to deploy here with their scout 1. They're going to take a move up to here with their first move. And then they're going to Imperial March up to here.
Gonna bring in the sniper team, sleeper cell. Gonna do the scout 2 to there. They're gonna do a full move. And then attack that group right there.
Stormtroopers.
Sorry.
Who's leader?
He's
There
the
you
right guy. There we go. And they surge to hit, so we will 6 to begin with. And this was a hit. So 6.
And you reroll 2 with an aim unless you have precise.
Well, I got 4 more to roll.
Oh,
14.
okay.
Yeah. And those are all hits.
Okay.
And
There's
then-
2 more that you can. Well, you don't need.
Nope,
That's
I don't
all
need-
of them.
Yeah, I don't need.
Well, no, you had 4 that you missed.
4 that I missed. Yep.
So you could reroll 2 anyways.
All right, so I'll reroll 2 against them,
That's valid.
and I'll get
They
nothing.
missed. Okay.
Okay.
So we only got 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so we need all the defense dice. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, you got red. I don't have any of those.
I got red. I don't think it's going to help me enough.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not a bad roll.
That's not a bad roll. So it looks like I failed 3.
Okay.
Which is better than I expected. Okay, I drew a support. So I'm going to deploy another speeder bike unit, which is going to mandatory move or compulsive move onto the field there. It's going to take an aim and then fire at the new unit that just deployed out there. And then he's going to use shoot and fade or whatever the keyword is to rotate and move over here for free. I got 3. And I will aim these 2 for another 2. 5.
All right, well, we surge. Doesn't matter.
Plus 5.
That's 5.
Okay.
It's a nice little bite out of them. 2, 4. So I can choose to keep the.
Yeah, that's generally what you would want to keep. Unless you don't care about the droid as much.
Which is really, it gives me a dodge if I get within 1 there, so I don't know.
We'll give you a free dodge. It depends on where you're planning to go. If you're planning to move up to it, it's a free dodge and you can still take 2 other actions.
And I get my nimbles, yeah. Yeah. Take these 4.
So those 5 of them?
There was 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah, 1 more.
and 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna activate Chewie. He's gonna make the move here, and he's gonna fire at those speeder bikes. 2 hits.
Okay.
And
Impact.
Impact.
Does he have
Impact.
sharpshooter?
impact 1 and pierce 1. No
Does he have sharpshooter?
Nope, no sharpshooter.
Okay. So I have cover for 2 of them, which blocks 1.
Okay.
And then I have a regular defense save, which blocks the other.
Good job, Chewie.
Yeah.
Way to suppress them, I guess.
Nope.
They don't take suppressing.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay, I got my other speeder bike. They're going to compulse move here, take an aim, and shoot at the remnants of that squad, and then take their fire and hide move to go up to here. I got 3 on the initial strike. And I'll aim 2 more. For nothing. So just 3.
Okay, we could survive this.
Okay. Do you have leadership of 1 or not?
Leadership of 2.
Okay, so you don't get cover because you have to have 2. You have to have equal to your courage.
Suppression doesn't cover
Unless
anymore.
you have equal to your courage.
Oh, gotcha.
That's the change. Because your guys just aren't scared of it enough to put their heads down.
Gotcha.
So in that case, it's just your defense save.
Ooh. Come on, surges. Nope, everybody's dead.
Okay.
Sorry if I jump in there too quick.
No, you're fine.
All right. Gonna activate Leia. Make sure that was Leia. And then she is going to fire on those speeder bikes.
Does she have a range of 3 or 2?
3.
Okay.
I use her Inspire 2 to get rid of the suppression on that guy.
Okay.
And she surges to crit, so 2 hits and a crit.
Okay. And you have sharpshooter, so I don't have any cover.
Yep.
So I'm rolling 3. Block 2. I take 1.
Yeah, they took away her pierce. She used to have pierce with the 1 to 2.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, she used to be deadly with her pistol.
Mm-hmm. I just came back over. I was like, she's got pierce. No, she doesn't.
Nope. Okay, last unit is going to be Vader, who's going to infiltrate right there in the midst of the snow troopers, who's being all stealthy like. He's then going to take 1 move up to the edge of the barricade. He will then take a 2nd move beyond the barricade to this cover, where he will then, if he is within range, he will throw his lightsaber at the veterans and use force choke against the machine gunner. Okay, so he suffers a wound.
Okay.
No rolls, no nothing. I got 1.
And I will dodge it. I will dodge it. Thank you.
Okay.
Please, no suppression on any.
You do get a suppression from the blade.
Okay. Jin is going to infiltrate to there.
Okay.
She's going to make a move up to here, giving her another dodge token. And she's going to fire on the speeder bikes while she gets a crit. Come on. All right, a crit and a hit.
Crit and a hit, okay. Are either of these pierce?
It is Pierce 1, I believe. Yes, Pierce 1.
Okay. I took both.
Oh, good.
So that is 1 speeder down. So roll a dice. You want symbols or clear?
Symbols.
Symbol. You're first.
Gave my order to Leia.
And mine, of course, went to Vader.
Leia's going to move back here.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to orbital bomb. She's going to aim and then orbital bombardment Vader,
Okay.
the unit here, and this unit.
Okay. Because of beam.
It's 3 separate attacks.
3 separate attacks. Okay.
Let's start with the ones on the very back first.
Okay.
And
You got them both.
yep. And it's crit.
And it's blast.
It is just no deflect, I think. Yeah. No deflect.
Immune to deflect. So okay, they get cover. So they're going to get heavy cover from the barricade.
It's coming from above, right?
That's irrelevant.
Oh.
It counts as coming from her.
Yeah, why was she able to just light people up every time with it?
Because she had sharpshooter 2.
She has sharpshooter too.
So
Okay.
ignores cover.
Gotcha. That's what it is. I'm like, man, I feel like I never had cover with that. So yes.
You don't because of her sharpshooter 2.
Gotcha,
So
okay.
that's valid. I forgot about that.
No, that's okay.
So no cover for that. They just get their regular defense save
Yep,
of
it's okay.
2.
Crit and
And I made 1.
okay.
One guy goes down from the bombardment. And a point of suppression. Okay.
All right. And the next thing, speeder bikes. And 2 crits.
Okay. They take both, which will put them at 2 wounds. Okay. And then Vader.
And Vader, come on. 2 hits on Vader.
And he blocks them both.
Do they get suppression for any of that?
Vader, it does not take
Right.
suppression. The snow troopers did.
And the speeder bikes don't at all.
Right. Speeder bikes are immune.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna go with Vader. His first move is to climb up here. Second move is to move into combat, and then strike at the machine gun. Well, I got all 6, and it's Pierce 3.
So I'm dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. It's always better when I don't have to roll.
Yeah, nice and simple. Okay, and then I'm going to force choke the unit down below. So having killed him off, I'm also going to use a free action to force choke the unit right below with the veterans and do 1 wound to them. Picking up from them, I should have 1 point for there
Okay.
and category, which gives me another 1.
So unit 1.
Okay, and then with my implacable, at the end of your round, suffer a wound, shuffle your token back into the pool.
We're going to activate my rebel veterans. They're going to aim and they're going to fire on Vader.
Okay.
Okay, so surges become crits for 2 of them.
Okay.
So those two are crits. This is a hit, hit, hit.
3 hits.
And then I will re-roll 2 of these and get another crit.
Okay. So I have 3 heavy cover saves for the 3 hits,
Oh, gotcha. Yep.
which block nothing. Then I have a defense save of 6 of them.
This is the deflect one.
This includes deflect. So if I get at least 1 surge, you lose a veteran.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, I either block. I block everything with a surge in addition to
Just one surge, you block everything?
No, any surge block
Oh,
1.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
That would be
shoot.
awesome.
Woo.
Okay, so I got 4.
So
4.
I lose 1 at least.
So you're going to lose 1. I'm going to take 2.
Okay.
Oh, again, I could have dodged, but I'll save it. Okay, so I drew some special forces. So I'm going to go with these scouts. They're going to move over here, taking cover behind the objective. And then they're going to shoot the rebels right there. So I got 2. And you have light cover for 1. No.
Nope.
Then regular armor save for 2.
Come on.
You lost 1 guy.
Last one.
And a point of suppression.
Come on. Suppression. We're going to activate this. We're going to ready
Okay.
our
Get your
generator.
overcharge back.
Yep, overcharge back, and then we will use all of that against Vader.
Okay.
But
That doesn't
okay, so I hit with
All 5?
6. All 6.
All 6. Okay. So let's see if cover helps me this time.
No cover. No cover.
I got 2 from cover.
Okay.
I will dodge 1 because I have a dodge to remember this time, which leaves me 3. And then I deflect. I block them all. But you don't take a point of damage.
That's good.
Okay, I drew a core, so I'm going to go with the riot squad over here, who are going to beat up some tauntauns. Sorry, they're going to aim and then beat up some tauntauns. Okay, well, I got 5 already. The surge, so I will aim the 1 red that missed, which will give me a full 6. You don't have any dodges, so you're only rolling 6.
And just surge, and that's it.
And I'm sorry, that 1 surge, I need to re-roll. They do not surge to hit. Doesn't matter. So 5. That's the other thing, they don't surge to hit.
Gotcha. Block 2.
Take 3.
So take 3, and that's just 1 unit, right?
Yeah, 1 unit, so it's going to be 1 tauntaun plus 2 wounds on the next tauntaun.
Yep. Gonna activate single guy. We're gonna try to roll off suppression. Did it work? Okay,
No, you
no.
get a second dice though.
Okay.
You have 2 suppression. Nope.
Okay. So
Okay, so what's your courage?
his courage is 2.
So you get 1 action.
1 action. So he is going to attack
Just attack.
the
Okay.
group. Yep. But they do surge to hit.
So 2.
So 3.
3. Okay, got 3. And I red with surge. Block them all.
Boo.
And are you suppressive?
No, I don't think so.
So I got a core. I'm going to go to the stormtrooper unit. They're going to tap the specialist to get an aim. They're going to take an aim. Then they're going to fire, shooting their blasters at the rebels and their rocket at the machine gun in the back. Nothing. So I'm going to aim 1. That's going to re-roll all 3 because I have targeting scopes to give me precise 1 in addition to their base precise 1. So technically I re-roll 4. And I still missed you. So I will be good with that. I'm going to fire the 4 blasters at the other guy. The other unit. I score 1 hit there. I'm going to aim and re-roll these 3. Scoring 1 more crit. So you get 1 for cover of heavy.
Yep. And they've got.
Do they have low profile?
They don't.
Okay.
So 1.
1 heavy save.
Nope.
Okay. And then 2 defense saves. Nope. So 2 guys dead. And a point of suppression. And sadly, my rocket missed the machine gun.
Can I activate the sleeper cell? Try to roll off suppression.
Nope.
Did not.
You have
They
1
get
action.
1 action, and they will fire at the guys right in front of them.
The scouts?
Yep, and then they get a dodge for the non-combatant
Right, for the droid.
guy. Yep.
Okay.
They surge to hit, so 5.
Okay, how many hits?
4 hits and 1 crit.
Okay.
Or, yeah, 4 hits and a crit.
Okay, so the 4 hits
Yep.
for the heavy cover. Oh, sorry, 1 of them goes away for low profile.
Okay.
Then 3 for heavy cover. Blocks 1 more.
Okay.
And then I dodge 1, which blocks another 1.
Okay.
And leaves me 2 defense saves. Which I fail both.
Oh, good. You got 1 left, right?
Yep, just the commander. Okay, so I drew another core. These guys over here are going to move just up to the top of the building, the climb. And then they will shoot at Jin.
Right, she's close.
I got 2.
Okay. 1 for.
So you get heavy cover for the objective.
Everybody's white, I'm sure of it. I just. Okay.
Yeah, do you have low profile?
She has. No.
No, okay. So just 2 saves for heavy cover.
Yep. And no dodges yet. And she blocked them both.
Okay. You do take a point of suppression.
Got the core. Gonna activate the group. They're gonna shoot the speeder bike, and once it's destroyed, or not, they're gonna move.
Okay.
I can't see, so
A little bit further.
sorry.
That's okay. Building in the way. There you go.
And they do surge to hit. So 4 hits.
4 hits on the speeder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so light cover. Blocked 1.
For being in
A speeder.
Oh, because it's a speeder. Yep.
Because I'm a speeder. So I blocked 1 for that.
Okay.
That leaves 3. Which I blocked 1 more, but he's still dead.
Oh, good. Now, that's in contested, right? So I get a point.
That is not contested. You still get a point
Gotcha.
because you killed a enemy unit. You can take either the uncontested terrain or the any terrain.
So I'll take the uncontested first. Yeah.
Your core, I'm going to move my snow troopers who are going to take a single move up here and then a second move up to the barricade. And then they're going to open fire on the rebel cell. I got 2. 1 crit, 1 hit.
We'll get rid of 1 with the dodge.
Okay, and then the other one you got to roll.
Oh, gotcha. Heavy.
Technically, you get to make a heavy
Heavy
save
cover.
and save your dodge.
Which I got.
Okay, so you
heavy
save your
cover.
dodge, and then you get 1 regular save.
Please. Stop. Oh my gosh. Garbage.
It looked like it for a moment
Garbage.
there.
1 guy. 1 guy, and so I
Yeah.
didn't use my dodge.
And no suppression.
Gonna activate Jen. And she's going to attempt to roll off that suppression.
Nope.
But she doesn't, but she's got 3, so she's good. She's going to make her full move to here. To there.
Okay.
Which gives her an aim with her agile, and then she's going to fire on the speeder bike. And she surges to crit, so 2 crits and a hit.
2 crits and a hit. And she cancels my cover.
Yep.
So it just saves for 3. I save 2, so I take 1.
But she keeps her. She keeps her aim.
Yep, you don't need the aim. And then you gain a suppression.
Dodging suppressions.
Yep. Going with the scouts, who I guess actually have to rally. Not successful, so hold on just a second. Okay, having checked their courage, they have 2 leadership, so they're not affected. So they're going to take a single move to get up here. And then they're going to shoot at Jin. 6 dice. And that one landed on it, but I got 3 hits. So light cover,
So it's
3.
3 all hit, yeah. 1.
Nope,
No?
you need a hit on that. So
Oh.
failed the cover,
Okay.
and then you get your regular defense.
Nothing.
You take 3.
Vader's gonna take. He's very merciful. I know. That. I've seen it in his eyes.
He's known for his mercy.
Right. We're gonna activate Chewie. He's going to.
He doesn't slow down
He doesn't. Oh, he doesn't slow down
because he
so
has unhindered. Also.
He's got his full move,
Mm-hmm.
so he's going to there,
Okay.
and he is going to fire on Vader because that's who he has to do. 2 hits and a crit.
2 hits. Okay, so I shall deflect.
No, you
I don't have cover in this case. I do have a. Don't have a dodge at this point. Okay. I got a surge, so Chewie takes 1, I take 1,
Okay.
and I block 1. Now his tenacity kicks in.
Yes.
Okay, I drew a course. I'm going with snowtroopers. They're going to rally successfully this time, which is good because otherwise they'd be slowed down. They are going to march forward in front of the barricade, and then Imperial March to get to here, and then use Relentless or Steady to shoot at the veterans. I score a crit and a hit.
Crit and a hit, and they are my
Veterans.
low profile guys. Low profile.
Veterans have low profile?
Yep. Veterans have low profile.
Okay, well, unfortunately, you don't have any cover.
Well, that's good.
At least not from what I can see. Because
No.
half the unit is exposed.
Right.
So,
Alrighty.
you get,
They
you roll,
surge.
2 for saves.
Nothing.
Okay.
And a suppression.
I know Vader's in here.
Gonna activate the M Mark II. We're gonna aim. We're gonna fire on the individual
Yep.
scout trooper. And everything's a hit. 3 hits and a crit.
Okay, so I'm going to cancel 1 for low profile.
Okay.
I'm going to roll cover saves for 2, which does not block it. And then I roll defense save for 3, which he's dead.
Oh, good.
Which accomplished what you wanted.
And it keeps an aim.
Yeah.
Again, doesn't matter, but good.
Okay, so I got the speeder bike. It's going to take a compulse move by pivoting first, compulsing into the valley over here, where it's going to take an aim and shoot at the veterans, and then take a second move with it and go out to the end of the stick. I'll keep using the speed. Which I got 3 hits with 2 hits, 1 crit.
They are low profile.
Okay, so
Do
what's
they
their
have-
courage?
Their courage is 1.
So they
But
have a courage of 1? I thought they had 2 for veterans.
Veterans are the only ones that have a 1. The Mark IIs have the courage of 2 that we have.
Oh, okay.
And so
okay.
do the sleeper
Okay,
cell.
so they do have light cover because of suppression.
Right.
So they get the low profile cancels 1. So
Okay.
you have 1 light cover save.
Nope.
And then you have 2 regular saves.
Come on.
Nope.
Oh
2
my
more
gosh.
dash.
Alrighty. And suppression.
Yep, and one more another point of suppression for that last guy.
Tauntauns are going to pivot. They're going to double move over to here.
Okay. Yeah.
And then they're going to fire at the snow troopers there.
Okay.
And they're going to get 2 dodges that don't. 4 hits.
Okay, 4 hits. And you have sharpshooter 1 or 2?
They have sharpshooter 1.
Okay, so I have light cover.
Okay.
For 4 hits, which blocks 1, 2.
Okay.
So 2 blocked for that, and then I have regular stormtrooper armor, which blocks nothing. No, I'm pretty certain. Snowtroopers do not surge, so both dead.
Okay.
Or 2 dead.
Yep.
Okay, so I drew my other speeder unit. These guys are going to move first with a compulse. At the end of the move, they're going to pivot. Then they're going to take a regular move to go here, and at the end of the move, they're going to pivot. Then, both of them are going to shoot at Jin. So I got 3.
Okay, so is this where I say Guardian from Chewbacca?
Okay, so I have 2 hits and a crit.
Okay.
You can't normally Guardian the crit.
Right, because I don't, and because I didn't take the ability to Guardian,
So
I can take 2.
you can take 2 if you wish.
Yep.
He has Guardian 2?
He's got Guardian 3.
Okay, so you can take up to 2 on Chewbacca.
Gotcha. So,
So he doesn't take the wounds, he makes the saves.
oh, he makes the saves and he takes the damage if.
If he fails the saves, he takes the damage.
Gotcha.
So if he's going to take the 2 hits, that's fine. He makes 2 heavy cover saves.
Okay. He does not surge. So, nothing else. Nothing fancy. Okay. Okay, he doesn't surge, so no.
But he blocked 1 because it's heavy cover.
Yep.
So he takes 1 defense save now, which he passes. And then the crit hits Jin. She can't make a cover save. She makes just a regular defense save.
And hers, she does surge, so. And she's got nothing that matters. Okay. So
So
she
she
does
takes
not.
another wound.
She takes another wound.
How many wounds does that put her at?
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Okay.
And then Chewie has
No,
The 1.
just the 1.
the 1.
Okay, I drew Vader for his second activation. He gets 1 action. He's going to move up here. He's going to use Force Choke and finish off that last veteran. He's going to then Saber Throw against Jin.
And Force Choke is automatic.
Yep. As long as you're within range 2.
All right, kill another guy.
Yep.
Does that one give you anything on the
No,
points?
because unless you're in your deployment zone.
Oh, that's the only one you can get now?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And Jin's almost there, but unless you get something in my deployment zone or your deployment zone, I can't get any extra points. I got 1 crit, which is going to kill her.
Yep.
Do you want to Guardian the other 2?
So, he...
I would say no, because she's dead anyways.
Right, and it doesn't, I mean, if it put me in enrage, maybe, but it doesn't drop him far enough to enrage.
Yeah, that might be a valid
So, yeah.
tactic, is to enrage him.
Yep.
Okay, but otherwise, yeah, just take it all on Jin, and she just taken out.
She's gone. Got a bad feeling about this.
And my final core unit is going to be the snowtroopers, who are just going to wander off into the board, using Imperial March to get a little bit further distance, and otherwise just crowd up here around the objective.
Went to Leia and Chewie.
Mine went to Vader, the scout troopers over here, and all the way over here to the riot squad.
We're going to use Leia. She's going to aim, and she's going to fire at Vader, and Chewie's going to use his ability from the card to also fire at the same time.
Okay.
3 hits and a crit. And then I will re-roll these 2. Yep, pierce, not precise. Okay. And a crit and a hit. So 2 crits and 4 hits.
Okay. So I'm going to take a heavy cover dodge, or heavy cover protection.
Sharpshooter 2.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Don't have that. Then I'm going to dodge 1.
Okay.
Because I can.
Mine.
And that leaves me how many? 5?
5, 2 crits, and 3 hits.
Okay, so 5.
And he's immune to Pierce, so it doesn't matter.
Yep, Pierce doesn't help. I score 4, I take 1. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go with Vader, who's rather beat up at this point. So he's going to take a dodge, and then he's going to walk into combat with Chewbacca and slash him with his saber. And then I have 6 dice on the attack, which is going to score 3. I don't think I surge. No, so I got 3. Pierce 3.
Heavy cover. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you just take 3 unless you're immune to Pierce.
Oh, no, I am not immune to Pierce, so that enrages me. Angry.
Okay.
Activate Chewie. He's going to aim, and he's going to punch the crap out of Anakin.
Uh-huh.
And he surges to crit.
Which doesn't matter.
Right.
Okay, so you don't need the aim.
Okay.
So you take 5. I take 5.
Okay.
So I'm going to dodge 1, drops it to 4.
Okay.
And then I just need to make 2 of these.
Okay.
I made 2 of them. So I take 2. Vader is beaten, but still
Not
fighting.
beaten.
Beaten, but not beaten.
Shoot. That was going to be my, like... I mean, there's no way I'm going to take all 3. Son of a gun. Yep. All right.
By the start of turn 3, the tide had clearly turned. The rebels were on the back foot, and a general retreat was called. After the fall of Jyn Erso, Leia and Chewbacca launched a desperate counterattack in the hopes of turning the battle. They managed to bring the fight directly to Darth Vader, but the Dark Lord of the Sith endured, barely surviving thanks to a clutch roll of defense dice. With too little time and too few resources left to claim the initiative, the rebels made the tough call to withdraw, preserving what forces they could rather than face total defeat. Thanks for sticking with us to the end of the video. If you made it this far, we'd really appreciate a like and consider subscribing so you don't miss future battles. Have a question about a tactical choice or rules decision? Drop a comment below and join the discussion. We're always eager to hear your thoughts, insights, and strategies to improve both our play and the viability of these iconic factions. See you in the next battle, and may your dice always roll hits.